Okay, this is another clip from Jaren Hall's final preseason game. A really good shot on a skinny post where he's able to identify the rotation of the safeties and recognize that he has a backside skinny that he can take here. So here offensively, they're in a 3-by-1 set. 3 receivers up here to the top, 1 receiver down here to the bottom of your screen. Now Jaren's pre-snap getting what looks like a quarters look. And the defense does a good job here because they have their levels be a little offset as if the rotation was going to come this way. To me, that's a good job by the defense here of making sure some of the tips that quarterbacks look for is you look for the different depths that safeties are at, and then you can look at the front to identify which way that rotation is going to be. So here they offset each other separate from the way that they're going to rotate. But usually what happens is there's going to be some type of 3-man concept, okay? They'll be running something on the front side, and then you can individually tag a receiver back here on the back side, whether it be a stop route, whether it be an out route. Now, all of these things defensive backs pay attention to, knowing 3-by-1, what split does the wide receiver take in relation to the numbers? And then they're going to have a bunch of tape based off of receivers' routes and the splits that they have. And nowadays with analytics, defensive coaches and defensive players can actually get a printout that tells them the number of times that that player lined up in a specific split and whether he was running in breakers, out breakers, or vertical routes. They can get all of that data now handed to them. So here in this case, you have a 3-receiver set up top. Jaren, they've tagged the backside skinny post on the backside. So what he needs to look for is some type of safety rotation, meaning a rotation here would give him an opportunity to throw that backside skinny. If they don't get that rotation, if they stay in this quarter shell, this is canceled out, and he's playing a concept that should be a good concept front side. So Jaren takes the snap, pre-snap identification. Watch how late these guys hold the shell. As you can see, if you look at his depth, they're not really giving a tip that this safety is going to be coming down. One little tip that you could find, notice where this slot player number 2 is at. A lot of the times the player, the apex player, meaning this nickel player right here, he would be inside of him if this player were going to buzz out into the flat, okay? But because this nickel player is slightly outside, and yet this Mike now is almost lined up on the guard, I could get a little pre-snap identification that there could potentially be 3 buzz or 3 hole, some teams call it. And what that means is this player becomes the flat player, the safety's going to insert into the hole, and you'll get 3 deep, 4 under, with him inserting inside rather than the traditional cover 3 where he would buzz to the flat and this player is going to be your hook curl player. So here it plays out pre-snap. Look how good they still hold the quarters coverage. Post-snap, here it comes. Now this safety is going to go down. This safety is going to rotate to the middle of the field. And now you're going to have a great opportunity to throw this backside skinny, which Jaren takes advantage of right here. So they go 3 buzz. Jaren takes the throw on time in rhythm. Really good shot, right? His punch, 1, 2, 3, plant and throw. Drives a ball, really good job. And you'll see it really nice from the back view here, how all this plays out. As you can see what I'm talking about, the safety depth, they're not giving any indication based off of their levels that this would be the player inserting down and he would be going to depth, okay? But also, like I had said, notice that this nickel player is outside of number 2 where that guard is lined up. This can tell me there's a good chance that he'll insert right there, which he does. Watch how late it happens, though. This is where the NFL is good. This is where good defensive coordinators really train their guys to not tip off things to a good quarterback. But here, Jaren's got the ball in his hand, and they are still trying to hold that shell. Then post-snap, now he sees that safety run to the middle. So what he should do is he should take him there, right? If this guy's moving, Jaren just can keep his eyes. That'll keep him moving to the middle of the field, and then he'll drive that skinny. Good timing, really good throw. And in the NFL, this is exactly what you're looking for. A ball right on the guy's forehead, right on his chin. Excellent throw by Jaren here. Big pickup in the game.